Welcome everyone to another episode of Legacy of Leaders. We're here with a true leader of the legal community in Jacksonville, just an absolute incredible career in the legal community in Jacksonville, Chris Hazelip. Chris, it's just an honor to have you here. You are truly a leader in the legal community, and you've been with the same firm the whole time. Tell us about your firm.
Sure. Thank you, Dan. It's good to be here. I'm at a firm called Rogers Towers, which is Jacksonville's oldest, largest locally owned firm. We've been around since 1905. And as you said, I've spent my entire legal career here.
Yeah.
I even clerked there in law school. So I finished my 39th anniversary as a lawyer, and I'm in my 40th year.
Wow. Tell us a little about the history of Rogers Towers and what it has meant to our community. I mean, you and I both know about it, but tell our viewers a little bit about it.
Well, as I said, it started in 1905, and there's probably quite a colorful history.
Right.
Some of it published and some of it not. But the bottom line is, it's been a proud, locally owned firm, as you know, because you've had some experience as well. Some national firms have come in and opened local offices, but we've always resisted that. We've had opportunity to do that, but we felt we wanted to be here, owned by people that live in the community, and that's what we've done. And through the legacy that has been left by people like Charlie Towers, they've always been very involved in the community and giving back. He was instrumental in forming what was called the Community Foundation. Now it's called the United Way of Northeast Florida. And there's always been a real emphasis among our attorneys to be involved in the community in charitable efforts and service.
You know, I don't know any alumni of Rogers Towers or current folks at Rogers Towers that have done more for the community than yourself. President of the Jacksonville Bar, member of the Human Rights Commission. You've been extremely involved in leading the way. Is there one of those items that you have more pride in than the others? Not that you shouldn't have pride in all of it, but is there one that more particularly you think of fondly?
Well, both of those were very instrumental in my growth in terms of learning the community, both the legal community as well as the community at large. But I was also the president of the board of directors of Jacksonville Area Legal Aid back in 1993.
Oh, that's right.
And so that's one that I have a very fond place in my heart for. The whole idea of me going into law in the beginning was to try to be a voice for the voiceless and the powerless, so that gave me an opportunity to do that in a formal way. And I've still been involved also now, but mostly in a financial sense. You know, service has been something that's ingrained into us at Rogers Towers. It was ingrained into me and my family. It is something that I have always looked for as a Christian. I feel that as part of my service in any community in which I find myself, to try to look out for the unfortunate that are within my reach.
Right. So, yeah. Now, Rogers Towers provides pretty much all legal services. Yes. How does one get in touch with Rogers Towers?
Well, our central number is 904-398-3911. We have a website as well, of course. But Rogers Towers is a full-service law firm, as you've said, and it has grown at various times. At some time in my career, it's been over 100 lawyers. Now it's probably about 70. And then of course we have the most important of all, and that's our support staff. We probably have about 150 to 200 people there.
Right. So. Now you've been there for 39 years.
Yes.
You've seen a lot of changes.
Yes.
I'll put you on the spot. What do you think in the next 39 years, what do you think the greatest changes might be for Rogers Towers?
I think there's going to be more and more remote work. And in my litigation field, and even as a trial lawyer, a lot of what we do is remote. Not the trials, of course, but a lot of judges are moving to remote hearings. Of course, the pandemic forced that upon us, and then I think we found that is really pretty practical.
Yeah.
I used to zigzag across the country to take depositions of experts, for example, in medical cases, and now I have found that most of those depositions are done, by Zoom.
Right, and so that adds a little bit of less cost to our clients, correct? Absolutely.
Yeah, in fact, right now we've just renegotiated our lease in River Place Tower, and we're shrinking our footprint, like a lot of firms are doing. I know that in the reconstruction, I've told them, don't make an office for me, I don't need it. I'm not going to be doing it that much longer. Just not, a lot of people are finding they can do really great service for clients that sometimes prefer having a Zoom type of interaction.
Right. Well, what's next for Chris?
Well, I'm working on a master's degree.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I actually am. I've been a teacher in churches and parachurch ministries for a long time, a Bible teacher. And so I'm working on a master's in biblical and theological studies at my alma mater where I went undergrad, which is Wheaton College in Chicago area.
Right.
And I graduated there in 1981 with a philosophy degree, and now it's full circle going back
Right.
and working on a Bible and theology
That's awesome.
degree.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll continue to serve the community as you always have.
That's what I intend to do, and this time maybe have a formal credential to go with it. So,
Well, Chris, thank you again, and thank you all for listening in. And it's just a true leader here, and we're lucky to have him on Legacy of Leaders. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Dan. I appreciate
Appreciate
the
it.
opportunity.